Hello there everyone, welcome to Wrestling Showdown here of course on the W3L network every single Sunday at 12 o'clock, and if you've hit that subscribe button like I keep telling you to do, you'll always be notified when a new episode is released. So if you've not hit it, press it now. One button click is all it takes and I won't pester you again. Now thank you so much to everyone that came out to see us in Newcastle and Buckhaven. What amazing events they were, and of course, as you know, we've got more live events on the horizon. I'll tell you about them later on, including more live events, ones I've not told you about yet, and a bunch of other things as well, so don't go anywhere. Thanks must of course go to the amazing Crafty Connoisseur. They do us the courtesy of sponsoring every single live W3L event this year. Thank you so much to them. Get in touch with them until we said hello, and of course if you or somebody you know wants to sponsor one of these many events we'll be having in 2020, please get in touch with us. We'll tell you how you can make that happen. Before I tell you about these live events we have coming up in the month of April and further afield, let's have this week's match. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be seeing our rivalry continuing here in WTL that has been raging for quite a while. It's a battle over the Women's Championship. On one side of the ring, we've got the defending champion Emily Hayden, and she's taking on the woman who has been desperate to wrest the championship away from her, Anastasia. But due to all of the controversial endings they've had in many of their prior encounters, which of course I'm sure you've watched here on Wrestling Showdown, management have decreed that this match will be a lumberjack match. That's a first for you here on Showdown, isn't it? So what is going to happen when we take two arch rivals with a championship on the line and surround the ring with a bunch of wrestlers? Let's find out by going down to ringside for this Women's Championship lumberjack match.
This is a contest for the W3L Ladies Championship. If I could introduce to you first the challenger. She is known as the Beauty from the Borders. It's Anastasia. Her opponent, the defending champion, this is Emily Hayden.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce here for your Wrestling Showdown. We have the Women's Championship up for grabs. Two arch rivals, the two-time currently defending champion Emily Hayden, the best, the beautiful, the only, as she likes to refer to herself, taking on perennial nemesis, the Beauty from the Borders, Anastasia. But unlike their previous encounters, of which there have been a few, this is going to be a lumberjack match. And as you can see, there are wrestlers around ringside. The whole purpose of that is to prevent the women from effectively leaving the ring.
The W3L Ladies Championship belt, which is being defended in this contest. Contest will be decided by 1-4, 1 submission, 1 knockout, 1 disqualification. When you're ready, Mr. Referee, sir. When you're ready, ladies.
John Short is essentially making everybody aware of what is going on. The idea with the lumberjacks, if one of the participants leaves the ring, they are to encourage them back in. Hayden immediately climbing on the apron, does not want any part of Anastasia. And look at this, the lumberjacks coming at their own because they've just grabbed her and forced her back into the ring. And Emily Hayden, she's not going to enjoy that one whatsoever. Getting the better of Anastasia just now though. I said before, these two have met numerous times here in the Worldwide Wrestling League. Right here on Wrestling Showdown, May of last year. We saw Emily Hayden retaining the Women's Championship, beating Anastasia in albeit controversial fashion, but she did retain the title against her. Then in the August of last year, right here in Wrestling Showdown, Anastasia with a reversal Irish whip. And taking advantage of Emily Hayden with that snapmare. She's all over her, exhilarating the pace here. Anastasia defeated Emily Hayden by disqualification. Hayden smacked her with a chair. There was no championship on the line at that time because Hayden had lost the Women's Championship by then. What a lovely cartwheel and just kicks Emily Hayden. Again, a pin or a submission is going to wrap this one up. Somebody's walking away as the women's champion, and Emily Hayden once again rolls to the floor. Interesting thing to note, this is the first of our Lumberjack match we have had here on Wrestling Showdown in our 5-year history. See all the Lumberjacks moving around the ring. Because the problem is, as a wrestler, if things aren't going your way, it's quite a standard thing just to roll to the floor, break the momentum, clear some space. Oh, and Hayden snapping Anastasia's neck in that top rope. So of course it's just, oh hold on, go straight for a cover. But can't even get a 1 count off the back of that one. Rolling to the floor to break the momentum was a very standard thing as Blondie Barrett stalking ringside. Think of all the nefarious things he's done over the years here in Wrestling Showdown and in his career as well. But of course if you do roll out the ring, you've got all these Lumberjacks who are going to grab you and throw you back in. We see KG Nitro, Craig Stevens, the Tormentor of all things. How they managed to unleash him on the general public is anybody's guess. From Mike Musso, see Christopher Saint, the very good Mr. Yunji Maki. Both these are just flailing away at each other. November of last year, we saw Emily Hayden yet again retain the Women's Championship against Anastasia. This time though, suplexes her and goes for the cover. Doesn't quite get the job done yet. This day in November, it was Emily Hayden giving Anastasia the championship belt, lying down to make the referee think Anastasia had smacked Hayden with the title. So Anastasia was disqualified and Hayden retained the championship. She has shown a propensity for doing anything to retain the title. December of last year, Emily Hayden defending the title against Anastasia yet again and gets counted out to retain the title. Look at this, a brawl breaking out the floor. Hayden has some supporters, as does Anastasia. We don't see a clean, fair fight. Anastasia's neck being stabbed in that top rope again. The wrestlers are meant to remain impartial. Well, the Tormentor screwing up to TJ Rage. TJ Rage has proved to be quite a dominant tag team champion, but frankly taking his life in his hands having to battle with Tormentor. I'm sure you know that as well as I do. Handfuls of Anastasia's hair. If you saw Fight for Life back in Boxing Day, we saw yet again Emily Hayden defending the championship against Anastasia. They went to a double count out in that contest. Hayden retained the title and it was a mass brawl. They fought on the floor, wrestlers had to separate them, and it was that precipitated this rematch. Management want to see a clean ending to the battles between Hayden and Anastasia. Anastasia wants satisfaction, wants to defeat Emily Hayden to become Women's Champion. She feels that she's been cheated out of that title numerous times, wants a fair crack at it, and so as a consequence of that, Lumberjack match is basically designed to prevent them from leaving. There's going to be no count out here as Anastasia's flung to the floor. And again, wrestlers squaring up to each other. Emily Hayden distracting the referee. These matches always result in chaos. You've got all these different personalities at ringside, at least with their different agendas. Emily Hayden going for the cover. Makes things so hard to control. The referee's got his work out here. What a forearm from Anastasia, but Emily Hayden trading back and takes the enziguri and just crumples down the canvas. If neither wrestler gets up before the count of 10, it will be a draw, which is frankly not what anybody wants. We want to see a clean ending here later and we'll get a decisive winner, because that's the thing that hasn't really happened in the past. Emily Hayden's retained the title against like Rosie Knight, remember. We saw her defend the title against her 5-year anniversary special Wrestling Showdown back in December. She can do it. She can retain the title, although often it's by underhanded means. And Anastasia feels she'll be a fantastic representative of women's wrestling, of W3L. Look at that massive forearm. She hits so hard. Those legs of hers, those kicks, have that extra bit of torque to them. and right across the face of Emily Hayden. Anastasia with that cover. Hayden not quite put down yet. Remember, Hayden's second reign started back at WrestleMania 13 last year. She won the title in her first ever street fight, so she can take a beating. Anastasia's got the leg hooked, trying for a fisherman suplex. And Hayden rolls through. It's got a roll up. Both these are quite familiar with each other, so they have an idea of what the other will bring. Anastasia kick to the midsection. She's determined to hit that fisherman suplex, and she does. Bridges out, but Hayden kicked out. I think Anastasia figured that was going to be it. She fought for the suplex and got it. She's going for it again. Oh, a headbutt. Hayden was diversifying her skill set. Oh. Both of them trying for a vertical suplex now. They're getting it, but Anastasia hoists up Emily Hayden and just dumps her down. Got the cover. But just a two. Anastasia now just wondering what can I do next. She's got a lot of kicks and suplexes in her arsenal. They've always proved to be quite effective for her. And often, if you watch these matches, and you can go back through the history of wrestling show to see them, and often she's come within a hair's breadth of winning. Moves like that have done it for her, but Hayden's always cheated to get that victory, always found a way. Just like that, gets a shoulder off the canvas. It's been an eye rake, it's been feet on the ropes, it's been making the referee think that Anastasia's used a foreign object, stuff like that. That's always the reasons. Mike Musso turfing Hayden back in. Everybody wants to see a clean victory here. Can justice be done for Anastasia? Beauty from the board, I certainly hope so. Wow, forearm from Hayden. Just see everything behind that. She wants to continue her legacy. She loves being women's champion in W3L. She hits that turnbuckle hard. Oh, ducks the clothesline. And rolls to the floor. And Hayden's leaving. He's heading backstage and the Lumberjack's going after her. They need to get her back in the ring. The referee calling for her. Hang on, here's Christopher Saint. Christopher Saint has rolled it in the ring. Anastasia doesn't know. And he's got hold of it and he hits a DDT. Christopher Saint has illegally inserted himself in this contest and has just DDT'd Anastasia. She was totally unprepared for that one. Hayden's away. The referee's trying to cajole her back in. Here she comes now. Now the damage has been done. Hayden's sliding in the ring. Surely it's not going to end like this. Surely it can't end this way. But it does.
Your winner, and still the champion, it's Emily Hayden.
So with help from Christopher Saint, Emily Hayden retains the Women's Championship in this Lumberjack match, and it looks for all the world like the sensational Seambirds have arrived in W3L.
Not even a Lumberjack match can stop there being controversy in these matches between Emily Hayden and Anastasia. What will happen next? Who can say, but it looks very much like Emily Hayden and Christopher Saint have brought the sensational Seambirds here to the World Wide Wrestling League, and goodness alone knows how that's going to affect our live events they have coming up in the not too distant future. There's a whole slew of them happening in April. Let's tell you about them right now. On April the 4th, we are going to be hitting up Dunfermline, followed on April the 5th by us returning to Gala Shields. Then, here's a new one for you. On the 11th and 12th of April, W3L will once again be part of Edinburgh Comic Con. Oh yeah, we're going back. Hit up heroconventions.com for details on that. Then on the 17th, 18th and 19th, we will be in Edinburgh for our annual Remedy event. Then in Grangemouth and then in Stockton on Tees. And of course on June the 28th, we will be returning to Linlithgow. And there's a whole weekend of shows, but we'll tell you about that in the not too distant future. I have got news about these lineups, news about who's appearing, but I'm saving that for the time being, so stay tuned to Wrestling Showdown. Stay tuned to all of our social media platforms as well, and you'll find out about them, where and when they are. Thank you once again to Crafty Connoisseur, who sponsor every live event. Get in touch, tell them we said hello, and if you want to sponsor a show, tell us, we'll tell you how to do it. So to get your hands on tickets for all these events, except for Edinburgh Comic Con, because you have to get your tickets from them directly, and again, go to heroconventions.com to do that. To get your tickets for these other events, hit up our website. We're at W3L Give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, join us over on Instagram, and of course subscribe to this channel. Make sure you use that hashtag and tell us what you want to see. What chaos are the Seambirds going to cause in W3L? Who should Emily Hayden defend the title against next? Should Anastasia be getting a rematch? Tell us who you want to see at these live events. Who do you think our special guest for Remedy Weekend's going to be? So much happening, ladies and gentlemen. Be part of W3L. Engage with us, interact with us, interact with Crafty Connoisseur as well. Interact with Edinburgh Comic Con. Hit up their Facebook page and tell them you want to see W3L. And I mean, we're going there anyway, so tell them how much you're looking forward to seeing us. And then come back in 7 days' time, because I'll have more amazing matches for you. I'll have news about our upcoming live events in April. I'll be telling you some of the lineups, and with any luck revealing the special guest that will be joining us over Remedy Weekend, and a whole bunch more besides, all right here on Wrestling Showdown.